That BYU English professor was chosen as the state's 4th ever poet laureate. And what exactly does that mean? Well, BYU Weekly's Brooke Davis sat down with the professor and poet to find out. Take a look.
Professor Lance Larson was chosen out of 8 candidates for this position. He joked that the selection of Poet Laureate was like American Idol, but with a lot less singing. And ultimately, it was Governor Gary Herbert himself who made the final decision.
Surprise, disbelief, experiences like this, you somehow see yourself from a distance, and it's not exactly an out-of-body experience, but it's a surprise.
Larson will be Poet Laureate for 5 years and will travel throughout the state to promote literature and poetry in every public venue possible.
I like to think of it as the Poet Laureate as an itinerant preacher of the word, lowercase, so someone who goes around the state. Not exactly a Johnny Appleseed, but sort of. Instead of walking around the country, I'll be driving a Toyota Corolla.
He doesn't just want to preach the word, though. Larson is the author of 3 books of poetry, with the 4th coming out this summer. Michael Hicks, a music professor at BYU and a member of a poetry workshop with Larson, weighs in on the new Poet Laureate's talent.
It's a great call because he is really a tremendous poet and completely deserving of the honor. This is going to be a lot of work for him, and I'm sure he's trying to figure out what this job means. And when I saw that it's a 5-year gig, I realized he's got a lot of work ahead of him.
Larson says the appointment will allow him to share a neglected art. So what exactly does the art of poetry mean to him?
Franz Kafka once said that a book should serve as the axe to the frozen sea within us. And I think a good reading or a discussion of poetry can also be an axe. It allows us to access parts of ourselves that would otherwise be undiscovered or unnoticed.
He shared this poem he wrote.
Late morning salvage. And now a calico stray ankles along, begging me to pick her up and breathe her sacred grows. And now a ruby throat mistakes my striped shirt for Eden and tries to drink my bum's shoulder. Ah, the pleasures of waiting like a peasant for the next life. I can almost hear the search party above dragging the lake. All curses and oars and grappling hooks, placing bets on how quickly I'll be found.
Brooke Davis, BYU Weekly.